In this server, my friends and I have decided that we're going to do one big communal village trading hall. Instead of everyone having really laggy village trading halls with ridiculous amounts of villages that really aren't necessary, we're going to have one massive communal one that has all the villages that we'll ever need all in one place. And I think we've found the perfect spot. So I'm on the roof, and I have this fancy little contraption to break the bedrock so we can have a ladder straight from the nether portal down below all the way up here. So I'm going to try to do it first go. If I can get it first go, then sick. If I can't, then I'll just give another few goes. I haven't got a phenomenal amount of blocks. If I run out of redstone, then that's kind of it. I do have enough for another portal to go back home. Do I have flint and steel? I do. So worst case scenario, I build a portal, and then go back to the overworld and then try again. But hopefully I can get it without having to do that. So I've got to place a TNT block on this redstone block right here, which will activate it and then blow up this piston, which I'll be under this trapdoor right here, placing a new piston facing down here. As soon as this piston breaks, that'll go into place, and then the bedrock below that should break. So that is exactly how the system works, but it doesn't work every single time, so it might take a little bit, and I haven't got too many resources, so we're just gonna try our luck here. Alright, take two. Boom. Placing the piston, ready to go. That doesn't look right. Oh, but it is right. Look at that. Second try. I'm happy with that. Check out this absolute precision. Boom, missed it. Boom, there it is. I'm missing a middle one. Let's go with a trapdoor. Absolute precision. Part 2. Get there. Nice. Now this should connect to my other portal. Perfect, look at that. Right in the lush cave and everything. That is exactly where we want to be. But do I want the villager breeder to be in here as well? Hey guys, it's Editing Garlic Bread. Just letting you know that I recorded some fire clips of me constructing the villager breeder that you're about to see. Yeah, I was actually really happy. I had some good jokes in there. I had a good clip that was going to put a meme in there. It was going to be so good. But OBS and my computer teamed up to sabotage me. So none of those files are actually usable, which sucks. Some of them corrupted. Some of them just recorded the same frozen image because at some stage my computer froze, and then it was like, you know what, let's just record this the whole time even though they're separate recordings. So that sucks, but yeah, sorry about that. That's why I'm just letting you know that there's going to be a big jump from what you just saw and what you're about to see. But I did record it for you. It's just out of my hands. And there she is, the completed farm minus the villages and the catchment area. I'll work on the catchment zone later on, but for now we'll stick with this, get the villagers in, have some villagers breed for a bit, and then work on how they get into the nether. I'm also just going to add some trapdoors on the side here to make it look a little bit nice. Oh.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City.
Let's take a fly around and have a look at how this came together. That's not bad. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's good enough to stay, I think. I'd love to have trapdoors at the bottom, but it's going to be too much effort to wrap trapdoors all the way around, so I'm just going to leave it as is and pretend there's trapdoors on the bottom. I think that's quite nice, actually. Adds a bit of texture to the sides, looks quite nice. Helps use up all the extra trapdoors that I made from when I thought I was going to use heaps for my garden, but didn't use anywhere near as many as I would. I'm really hoping that this here portal links up very closely to the one that I've created in the nether, which isn't actually that far away, but I know that the nether's like 8 blocks in the overworld, so maybe it'll put me somewhere else. But it links up. Perfect, that's what you'll have to see. Now, I know that there's a village at 3350,980, as seen in the chat down below here, and that lines up to those coordinates down the bottom. So if I'm able to get to those coordinates in the nether, and then I should be able to very easily get a villager from that location through tunnels to... Oh no, because I'll need to get them up there, won't I? Can villagers climb ladders? Oh, yes, they can climb ladders. 122 is actually pretty in line with this, so I just need to go that way for a while, and then run into whatever coordinates I need to get to, and then we're golden. Just gotta build a portal. Have I got obsidian on me? I'm hoping there's some in my ender chest. I'm not gonna check, or I'm gonna roll the dice, and we'll see what happens. That was such a short path. This is where I need to be. And that right there, that block at the very end, that's where the ladder is. This is going to be easy as I'm just going to dig the area. Don't be in a cave, 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 don't be in a cave. Let's go. There is no... Oh, it's right there. Let's go. Hello, kind sir. Would you like to come with me? Well, too bad. Place the boat. Place it. Not me. You get in the boat. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Not me. Oh, look at that. Two in the same boat. I actually need them in separate boats. Do I? Can I lead a boat? Perfect. Now that these guys are over here, we just need to break the glass below them and let them drop down perfectly into the crop farm below and hopefully not break any of my carrots. That worked quite well, actually. Alright, guys. Welcome to your new homes. You will never be leaving, ever. Enjoy your stay. Alright, guys. Settle in. You guys are going to be very good friends. Dude, you've seriously been here for 3 minutes and you've already unfarmlanded my farmland. I have half a mind. Oh, look at me when I'm talking to you. I have half a mind to murder you right now. Yeah, you better run. Do the thing. Do it. Do the thing. Do it. Come on. Come on. Come on, make me a baby villager. Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. They're not gonna do it, are they? You dogs. They're so close though, look at them. Our server has been up for around about 2 weeks. And I don't have a farm yet. How have I not built a farm by this point? By this stage, in the last server, I think I'd already had a raid farm and some really good crop farms, village breeder, village trading areas. Like, I'd done a lot more by this point. But in this server, it's better because I've got a nice house. I have a pretty nice database that I much prefer over the last one. So that's what's keeping me kind of alright with the decisions that I've made. But anyway, I haven't built any farms. Like, we've got that crop farm tree that Stella did, and I've got the garden outside of my house, but that doesn't really count because I'm not really using that for crops at all. And there's the villager breeder, I suppose, but that's different again because it's more of a breeder and not really a farm. But it is a farm, but I'm not really going to count it as a farm. So that's a bit of a weird one. But I think today I really want to build some sort of farm. Originally I was thinking raid farm, but that's a bit OP at this point in time. Because normally I build it and then I've got infinite emeralds forever. And it kind of takes away some of the benefit of crop farming and dealing with villagers early game. Like, it makes it too easy almost when you've got infinite emeralds. So I want to delay that for a little bit. I'll still do it because I want totems and I want emeralds in the future. And there's some really good drops associated with the raid farm. But for now, I just really want to focus on crops and then selling them to villagers. And I'll do sheep farms and stuff like that as well. But at the moment, the plan is to build a melon and pumpkin farm identical to the one I did in the last server, because that was phenomenal and it never really got used because we're coming to the end of that server. Well, okay, so technically that server's ended, but I still have access to the server to finish some of the things that I haven't actually finished yet. So that's why episodes may be a bit weird from here on out. Like, it may be 2 of this season and then 1 from the other season, but so it might get confusing, but they're separate seasons. I'm still playing on the original because I want to finish some things that I haven't had a chance to finish yet, if that makes sense. Anyway, I want to build a melon and pumpkin farm. Now, it makes sense to have it near the village trading area, but personally I kind of want it near my base that's loaded a lot more, and that might potentially make the area look better, although it's going to be a really industrial farm. Although I built the farm and designed it to be automatic, it's really going to be manual for quite a while here, because I don't have access to the slime I need for slime blocks for the flying machine to make it actually work, and no one else does either. I might be able to get away with honey blocks because I have a bee farm. I might be able to try that for a little bit, see if that works the same. I think it might. I can't guarantee it though. It should though, now that I think about it. But if that doesn't work, then it'll just be manual harvest until I can get slime and harvest it automatically. 3.5 stacks of pumpkin seeds should be enough, I think. Actually, I've changed my mind again. It will be going back here because this area's got loaded a lot more than all the way back there, which means that we're going to get more melons and pumpkins overall because they're loaded more, which is exactly what we want. I think that there is a good size for the farm. If we fly up real quick, have a cheeky look down, there, and there will be the corners. Might cut out more of this part. Ignore all the grass on the ground. I can't fit it anywhere. This ravine here, I think I like quite a lot. it'd be good to have a bridge across, but it's such a small gap. It's literally 3 blocks, so I can't kind of. It just might be a bit difficult to do the bridge, and then it'd have to be a thick bridge anyway because the farm's gonna be really thick. So I might just cover it in. That's probably the way to go. Probably a bit easier, and yeah, it's probably just gonna work a lot better. Oh look, there's my house in the background. That is quite nice. Alright, the ravine might actually stay after all. I like the way that the water just falls off the edge. That's quite a nice feature. What I might do instead of destroying it is widen it so it's got a greater effect. Because I could have it that it's like 5 wide, even 7 wide, just more than the 3 that it currently is, so that I can get more of this waterfall effect. Because it might look a bit cluttered if it's on both sides coming into the same block. Like that actually looks nice too. This is coming together. We're fast forwarding a few days into the future, and by a few days I mean like 2 weeks into the future, because I had some audio issues with OBS, but that's okay because, oh my gosh, because we're fine now, and that's the main thing. Anyway, she's done completely. I've done a couple of harvests. I've even gone to the village trading hall and traded for a bunch of emeralds, so I'm doing good for emeralds now, which shows exactly how powerful and how productive this farm really is, because it is insane. I also kept some of the ravine elements, but I got rid of most of it, to be honest, because whenever I used the flying machines, most of the drops would just get yeeted down into the ravine, and it's just kind of a waste, because then all the ones from this half or all the ones from that half are just in the ravine, and what's the point, because I'm losing all my profits. So I've changed it so that only the water goes like this, and very, very few fall down here, enough to make it okay. Like, I don't really care about like 3 or 4 melons or pumpkins that fall down there. Like, I don't care. That's kind of okay, because they grow back so quickly and they harvest so quickly that it doesn't matter. It's not worth covering up, because I think it looks nice. There's one on each of them. Some of them are different lengths than the others, but I think it looks really good overall. And from the air, let's have a look quickly. It's not much, but it's a subtle little detail that I think helps quite a lot. And as you can see, I used a lot of spruce trapdoors. I still have so many from when I made heaps. I made almost a shulker box full and used like 3 stacks. So I have heaps to go. I used a bunch here, so maybe halfway through, but yeah, definitely still a lot to go. The flying machines are super simple. They look complicated. They look really complicated because there's observers, there's slime, there's pistons, there's glass. What's the glass doing? But they're really simple. It's just this main engine of this sticky piston, and the observers, and then the blocks. Because these blocks are all attached to this sticky piston, and these blocks are all attached to this sticky piston. So that's kind of like one arm and the second arm, and these ones just move things. That's all it is. That's all it is. So when I want this to go, I smack this note block right here. This observer observes that and powers this piston, which activates in front of this observer, which this observer then sees and then powers the piston below. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's this one, which pushes the slime across, and then that powers this observer somehow. So it's really, really simple. It's essentially this observer powering piston, which powers observer, which powers piston, which powers... It's a really, really simple process. And the glass down the bottom is just there to break the melons. As you can see, they line up perfectly with the blocks with the melons, and glass is... Well, actually, all blocks can just destroy melons. If I send it off... Actually, let's send off the pumpkin one, because the pumpkin one is a lot easier to get than all the melons going everywhere, because there's no silk touch. If I right-click this, off she goes, and the glass is breaking the pumpkins perfectly. And even drags a couple along, which is good. I kind of wanted to have it go across the way, but then it'd destroy the stems, and that's just not worth my time, because then I have to replant them. It's just no, that's the really unproductive way of doing things. So I've got melons, pumpkins, and melons again with 3 complete flying machines. I was going to do a 4th over here, but it gets into the mountain too much, and that is so much land to get rid of, so I'm not going to do a 4th over there. I might just have it be more automatic with hoppers underneath, because currently the only way of collecting is me. I am the item collecting at the moment. Just have to run back and forth with F3 and B on to see the hitboxes and just pick up all the items. It's kind of, oh, okay. Let's move out of the way of that bad boy. It's just, nah, it's not a good way of doing things. It's fine for the short term, but in the long term, I definitely, once I got more iron, that is, I definitely want item collection underneath all the blocks. But that's definitely far in the future. As for right now, though, that's it. We're done. We've completed the melon and pumpkin farm, as well as the village breeder in the span of 1 episode. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think that went quite well. So thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for watching, especially if you got this far. Please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode.